In this video, we're going to be previewing a matchup in the South region between the number 2 seed, the Marquette Golden Eagles, taking on the number 15 seed, the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. For Marquette, they come into the NCAA tournament as a 2 seed this year, 25-9 record overall for the Golden Eagles. They were second in the Big East, and they lost in the Big East Conference Championship game to UConn. This team is solid on both sides of the basketball, 22nd in the nation in offensive efficiency and 20th in the nation in defensive efficiency. This team plays fast when they have the basketball, 9th in the nation in offensive tempo, and they score it well at 78 points per game. They move the ball well, and they've got 3 guys who can really fill it up and score in Cam Jones, Tyler Kolek, and Oso Ighodaro when they are all healthy. We'll talk about that in just a second. All 3 of those guys average 14 points per game. Marquette can get some offense from different places. Now, Marquette is banged up, right? The past 6 games, they've been dealing with injuries to their 2 best players, or 2 of their 3 best players. Tyler Kolek, who's dealing with an oblique injury, he is questionable to play in this game. And then Oso Ighodaro, who's been dealing with a knee, is likely going to play in this one. But how strong will they be if they do play? Will they be on any sort of minutes restriction? Lots of questions that come with that. This team is 3-3. So since those 2 guys got hurt, again, they were 22-6 beforehand. My key player is Cam Jones. He is kind of the 3rd guy that is not hurt right now. He's their leading scorer, 17 points per game, really good 3-point shooter, 41% from beyond the arc, and he is going to need to step up regardless if, especially Tyler Kolek is not 100%, they need Cam Jones. My concern for this Marquette team is on the injury front, right? I expect Ighodaro is going to play, and Kolek will likely play at least some in this first game. But how well will they play? Will they be on a minutes restriction? That's my question. This team has the talent to go to the Final Four, but they need to be healthy to do so. For Western Kentucky, the Hilltoppers come in as a 15 seed here. 22-11 is their record. They finished 3rd in Conference USA before winning the conference tournament. They lost 4 games in a row before the Conference USA tournament before they really turned it on. This team is exciting. They play the number 1 fastest pace in America. They play more possessions per game than any other team. They score 81 points per game. This is a high-flying group that wants to play a lot of possessions, score a lot of points. They turn teams over on the defensive end. And on the offensive end, they're all about getting to the basket. They don't take a lot of threes. They want to attack the hoop, get to the free throw line, and get layups if they can. They're also dealing with a little bit of injury problems. Dante Allen, a senior guard who has a pretty big role on this team, is questionable with a knee injury, so keep in mind that as well. Now, my key player here for the Hilltoppers is their leading scorer, Don McHenry, who this guy can really fill it up. He's their best 3-point shooter at about 38%, but he shoots it at a high volume. The Hilltoppers are 7-1 when he goes for more than 20 points. So McHenry needs to have a big game if they're going to win. My concern here for the Hilltoppers is they do play fast, but they do turn it over. 267th in the nation in offensive turnovers. So sometimes their fast pace causes them to be pretty careless with the basketball. Now, as far as this game goes, I think it's going to be a fast-paced, exciting game. I wouldn't be surprised if we see close to 75 possessions played in this game, which is extremely fast. If Western Kentucky doesn't create turnovers, they're going to give up some layups to Marquette. I think Marquette's going to put up a ton of points in this game. If Tyler Kolek doesn't play, this one gets interesting because how well will Marquette take care of the basketball? Will they score it at the same rate? I expect the Hilltoppers to put up some points, but again, Marquette, a solid defensive team in their own right. This is going to be an exciting one. If anything, if you're trying to find an angle on this game, I would bet the over, if anything, rather than a side or certainly an upset here in this game. With that, I'm going to put this on the upset potential meter. I would say that this is an unlikely upset. If Kolek does not play, it would slide to become a little bit more likely because this Hilltoppers team does have a lot of talent. However, in the end, give me the Marquette Golden Eagles to move on to round number 2 of the NCAA tournament. Do you want to win your March Madness bracket pool? Do you want to not only beat your friends and family, but absolutely humiliate them? If you like the sound of that, subscribe down below to College Hoops Tonight, because we're previewing all 36 first round games of the NCAA tournament to give you the edge you need to nail your bracket and absolutely crush your friends and family in your bracket pool.